Welcome to the Don't Get Fooled Show with Big Green Ace College Football Week 9. Let's go, Ace.
Bam. All right, boys and girls, College Football Week 9. Cannot wait. We're almost at double-digit weeks in the college season. Big Reed, before we get into the episode, I want to welcome everybody back to the channel. Everybody that's new, thank you for tuning in. Hit that subscribe button if you like the content. And before we kind of get into the episode, I want to thank everybody that's tuning in, religiously every Wednesday to our college football episode and our NFL. We know this takes a lot of time out of your day, and so people look forward to the episodes. I just want to thank everybody. Thanks for tuning in, and supporting the channel, watching the content. So we appreciate that. Comment. I love the comments. And teaser alert, spoiler alert, there's going to be a new segment to the show, and that will be after the question of the day, and it's going to be in regards to comments. So definitely stay tuned for that. Hit the like button and join the membership. Support the channel. And get your merch, boys and girls. Get your merch to support the channel. Get your merch. All right, Big Reed, let's get into a recap of last week. I went 2-1. You had kind of a doozy of a week, Big Reed.
I went 0-3, unfortunately.
No bueno, like a lot of people are saying.
Rough week. No bueno.
But, it was just a little doozy of a week. But let's get into a recap of the week. Oregon beat up on Purdue 35-0 on Friday night. And then game of the week, BYU against Oklahoma State, 38-35. BYU won, and they moved to 7-0, Big Ree. Are they the real deal?
Maybe. They're underdogs this week against UCF, which is BTS.
Yeah, I saw that they're underdogs, but 7-0, congrats to BYU. They're playing well. Then let's get into Saturday, the game of the week, Georgia versus Texas. That was my pick. I told you guys, don't sleep. You don't get these opportunities too often to take Georgia as an underdog, and they just completely destroyed Texas 30-15, Big Ree. Both teams are 6-1 now. What's your take on this game?
Yeah, Texas they got blown out at half, and they made it a little interesting in the third, and then Georgia just took back over. Pretty much a good way to put it.
Yeah, Georgia played well. They were up big, 23-0, and they played well. There was one play in the third quarter where, there was an interception. It was called back for pass interference. The flag was thrown. And then they reversed the flag after the Texas fans were throwing bottles onto the field. What kind of crap is that? Unprecedented that the refs throw a flag, they call a penalty, the hometown fans start complaining, throwing bottles and stuff, like not just one or two, like hundreds of bottles onto the field, and then they decide after this we're going to reverse the call. Unexcusable, unprecedented move by the SEC officiating crew, and I don't like it. It sets a real bad precedent, and Texas, the school's sore losers. You guys lost. You guys are number one. You guys lost to Georgia. Everybody knew you were going to lose. It was no surprise that you guys are losing to Georgia, and I just don't like how they reversed that thing and gave Texas a little bit of hope. So they got it up to 23-15.
Yeah.
And then Georgia took over. But clearly Georgia is the real deal still. I still think they're the team to beat. Texas is there, but their quarterback play is a little bit uneasy. Ewers not playing as great since he returned from the injury. Arch Manning stinks. That guy just stinks. He's not ready yet. It's just all about his name right now, but he's not ready. But yeah, great game. Miami and Louisville, what a game, 52-45, a shootout. You had Louisville, I think, +5?
Yeah, they kept it close, and then Miami just closed them out. I thought Miami was going to lose this one, but kudos to Miami. Still think they're a fraud.
Close game. This was a shootout. I watched this entire game, so this was a good morning game to watch. Miami, they're moving to 7-0. And I don't know if they're worthy of a number 6 ranking, but
yeah, they don't deserve.
But they're undefeated, so at this point they're winning, and good for them because there's 12 teams that make the playoffs this year,
exactly.
so they have a nice path, but we're far away from that. I think here's the big thing. Alabama, number 7 versus Tennessee. Tennessee upsetted Alabama 24-17. Big Ree, what are your thoughts here?
Yeah, this is crazy. Alabama is going down the drain. Nick Saban's gone, so it seems like that's all I can say.
This is exactly what happened with Michigan. Jim Harbaugh, great coach, left. The program just went down quickly. Same with Alabama. Nick Saban leaves, and quickly they lose to Vanderbilt. They should have lost to South Carolina. Now they lose to Tennessee. And I take responsibility for this. I picked Alabama as my lock of the week last week. But in the video, I said Kalen DeBoer is a problem. This guy's an issue, and clearly he is. First of all, nobody's going to replace Nick Saban. Nobody. There's no coach you're going to bring in there so we can replace Nick Saban. But this guy is not the guy. You know, you did pretty good for 1 year with Washington, and now you're going to a high program, a top-tier program like Alabama. This guy's got to get together. Is he on the hot seat? Absolutely not. They're not going to fire this guy, but he's definitely part of the problem. And Alabama, I mean, 2 out of their 3 games. Are they done? Are they still have a chance in the playoffs, Big Reed?
They always have a chance, but I was going to say this. Milroe's overrated.
Milroy?
Yeah,
Chilling.
Milroy.
Yeah. I mean, I never thought he was that good anyways.
Alabama quarterbacks
Yeah,
are.
and then all of a sudden, this guy, you know, he has shown some flashes, but, I mean, this is embarrassing for the Alabama program. That you guys fall off this quickly? This quickly? I mean, come on, guys. I mean, I don't think they're completely out of the playoffs, but I don't think they deserve to make the playoffs at all. At all. They should be done. Write this season off. That's it. This is done. And this is going to hurt their recruiting big time. So, you know, who's going to want to come play for Kalen DeBoer?
Yeah.
Do you want to come play for Kalen DeBoer?
Absolutely not.
Who wants to come and play for Kalen DeBoer? I mean, honestly, at least Nick Saban, like, look at the name, Nick Saban. Kalen DeBoer, he already got, that's not going for him. His name alone is like, hey, wait, Coach DeBoer? Wait, you got a call or a letter from Coach DeBoer? Like, stop it. This guy is not the guy. LSU beat Arkansas 34-10. Iowa State beat UCF 38-35 to move to 7-0, Big Ree. Iowa State, I mean, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, they can possibly make some noise. I think they're ranked 10th now, it says right here. But, yeah, good for them. Good win.
Yeah, I mean, they got a good win. They, you know, it was another shootout, but they came back and won this game. Congrats. I don't know when's the last time they were 7-0, but good win for Iowa State. Clemson beat up Virginia 48-31. Virginia put up some 21 points in the fourth to make it closer than it was, but Clemson 6-1 since week 1 lost to Georgia. They're right in there.
Yeah.
They're right in there for a playoff berth. Notre Dame 31-13 versus Georgia Tech. Handle business. This was my pick, Texas A&M versus Mississippi State. I said I like Mississippi State plus 15.5. The line actually jumped all the way to 20 before game time, and I even said, I think, 30-20. I thought the game should be like a 10-point.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what it was. They won by 10. So Texas A&M, congrats. They're 6-1 after
they are.
Losing to Notre Dame in week 1. So a lot of good teams. Indiana, they put a 56 on Nebraska, 56-7 on a 5-1 Nebraska team prior to this game, Big Ree.
Yeah, I didn't expect that. They were just doing whatever they wanted to.
Unbelievable, man. I think they're for real, 7-0. They look good. Kansas State looks good, 45-18 versus West Virginia. Missouri 21-17, Big Ree versus Auburn. Missouri 6-1. Their only loss was that complete spanking to Texas A&M when I actually picked them. But other than that, they've been playing well. SMU 40-10 over Stanford. SMU is 6-1. Also, a lot of really good teams, Big Ree, out there.
No surprise there.
Illinois 21-7 over Michigan. Michigan's 4-3 after winning a national championship.
This was a joke. I mean, this jumped all the way to 6. I got it at 3 on the vlog when we recorded, and Michigan just was a complete ASS. Since I can't say it on here.
Michigan's done, Big Ree. They're done. Their program is going to be crap for the next 5 years, at least. They're done. Michigan is in that category. Dumpster fire. Throw them away. Don't bet on them. Don't look at them. Don't even think about those guys. And that actually kind of reminds me of the Colorado-Arizona game from last week. I said that in the video. Don't even touch, Arizona. And there's speculation here, Big Ree. People are asking, why did you pick Arizona versus Colorado last week?
It was in Arizona, so that's the one. That's the first thing. And I'm just not in on Shedeur Sanders. He did play great. Colorado blew him out. I did bet on the game. I lost some good money, but I'm not in on Shedeur.
So there's no other reasons why you went against Colorado.
No.
Just purely on the standpoint that you're just not buying Shedeur Sanders and Dion.
Yeah.
And we're going to get into that later, boys and girls, so stay tuned. I got some words about that. Army 45-28 versus East Carolina. Shout out to Army, 7-0 in the top 25. And then same with Navy. They put a whooping on Charlotte, 51-17. Both teams undefeated in the top 25. The Naval Academy and Army, Big Ree.
Shout out to our vets.
Shout out, big time. These guys are not only putting in work, they're got game on the field, and congrats. Let's quickly run down, Big Ree, the top 25. We got Oregon number 1.
How do you feel about that?
I mean, I think in the top 5 you run through Oregon, Georgia, Penn State, Ohio State, and Texas. They're undefeated.
Yeah.
And I would put them over Penn State at this point. So I think it's correct. I mean, you can't put a one-loss Georgia over undefeated Oregon State, even though Georgia looks good, Ohio State looks good, Texas still looks good. Miami 7-0, not getting enough love. They're number 6. I know you're not buying them. Tennessee 6-1, LSU 6-1, Clemson 6-1, Iowa State 7-0, BYU 7-0, Notre Dame 6-1, Indiana 7-0. Texas A&M 6-1, Kansas State 6-1, Boise State 5-1. I mean, Big Ree. Pittsburgh 6-0, Missouri 6-1, SMU 6-1, Army Navy undefeated. College football this year, a lot of good teams. Perfect year to have 12 teams in the playoffs. It's going to be fire.
Yeah, it's going to be fabulous.
I cannot wait for the playoffs because this is going to, honestly, I feel like there's no team here or even 2 or 3 teams that you're like, these guys are a lock. I think this is an open year for anybody. Anybody. Well, what do you think?
I agree. I still picked Ohio State from the start, and I'm sticking with them.
Okay, that's fine, but I think it's anybody's year this year, and it's going to be fun. I hope some people jumped on Penn State when I said, hey, get them at 22-1 on a future. I don't know what they are right now, but, they're ranked number 3, undefeated. All right, Big Ree, we're going to get into the $100 trivia of the week, Big Ree. You started off hot. You went 3-0, okay? You went 3-0, and then you ended. Now you're on a 5-game losing streak, Big Ree.
Okay.
You're on a 5-game losing streak. People are asking, when is Ree going to ask Ace on a trivia? That's up to you if you want to bring that up. But right now, trivia is for you, Big Ree. We had a few people in studio today, including Harry B early on, Javi, and out of everybody that was in studio, they both got... Nobody got, so basically how it's going to go is I'm going to tell you how the game is going to go, and then I'm going to tell you how people in the studio did before you got in. Okay. I'm going to give you 10 cities.
Okay.
All in the US, and you have to name which college belongs to that city, okay?
Okay.
Not super difficult, but Harry B was in studio. Harry B got 7 out of 10.
Okay.
Javi got 7 out of 10. 2 other guys got 5 and 6 out of 10, okay? So you have to get 8 out of 10 to correctly win this trivia and win the $100 and get back on the green, okay?
All right, let's try.
So play along, all the viewers, play along. I want to see if anybody impressively can get 10 out of 10 on an honest policy, okay?
Honest policy.
There we go.
Honestly.
Here we go. We're going to start you guys off. Start you off, Big Reed. Number 1, City of Eugene.
Oregon.
All right, 1 for 1. City of College Station.
Texas A&M.
Okay, 2 for 2. Good job. South Bend.
Notre Dame.
3 for 3. Big Reed is 3 for 3. Provo.
Utah. No,
Nope.
BYU.
But you said Utah, so we can't give you that credit. You got it right. It's BYU, but you started off with Utah. So we'll see if that cost you. You're 3 for 4 right now. Okay. That's the best out of everybody that took this before us. Everybody was 2 for 4. Okay. So you're already 3 for 4, Big Reed. All right. Number 5, Coral Gables. Work it out. You never know. Think about it.
Damn, can you go? Tennessee?
Nope. Coral Gables, you know what state that's in?
No.
That's in Florida. And that's
I don't think anyone knows that unless they live in Florida.
Everybody knew where it was, what state it was in prior to you. So they all knew what state it was. They just didn't know what school. University of Miami is actually located in Coral Gables.
Yeah, I wasn't going to get that.
Okay. So you at this point are 3 out of 5, Big Ree. Okay, so you got to run the table now.
All right.
Columbus.
Ohio State.
Okay, 4 for 6. All right, Austin.
Texas.
5 for 7.
You're giving easy ones now.
I'm just giving you what's on the list. Knoxville.
Tennessee.
All right, 6 for 8, Big Ree. Baton Rouge.
Oh, LSU.
Okay, 7 for 9. Big Ree's got 7 for 9. It's going to go to the last one, Big Ree. Athens. Spelled A-T-H-E-N-S. Athens.
Not coming to me.
$100 is on the line. You just got to name one school right now. You got $100. It's going to pay for dinner, going to pay for a movie. It's going to pay for a couple coffees, ice cream, some deodorant, whatever you want. This $100 can, you go to Target, get some food. This can put some gas in. This can go. Big Ree, you got,
No, I don't know this.
No, you got to at least give a guess. You got to give a guess, Big Ree. You got to give a guess. Like, we're going to give you a 10, 9.
VTech?
Which one?
VTech.
No, 8, 7.
I gave a guess.
6, 5. Okay, Georgia. 7 for 10, Big Ree. So close. So close. So you, Javi, and Harry B all tied at 7 out of 10. Comment below if anybody got 8 out of 10 or if anybody got 10 out of 10.
I blame myself for not getting BYU.
We were debating. Everybody that when I said Provo, you're either saying Utah or you're saying BYU. Everybody's gonna say one of the two. Everybody said Utah. Nobody said BYU.
Because the thing, Utah comes to your head, but then I was like, oh, BYU.
Yeah. You were close, Big Ree, because you quickly knew. But if it was 10 out of 10 and you had that was it, we would have gave it to you. But you had 2 other opportunities. So,
yeah.
Well, good. You're right there every time. Last week, I think you're the same with the Packer colleges. You were right there. So, until next time, maybe you can break the 6-game losing streak, Big Ree. But this is fun. Let's get into the BS segment of the show. I feel like the BS segment of the show hasn't been on fire recently. So let's get into the BS segment, Big Ree. Everybody wants to hear about you were out of town for a wedding in Denver over the weekend. So tell us about, when did you get in? Tell us a little bit about the trip. When did you get in, first of all?
Friday night.
Friday night. You like these Friday night trips.
Yeah. work. Gotta work.
You don't want to like take a day off and get in early and kind of enjoy Friday.
No.
You just want to get into Friday, get to your room, and
our working employees.
Okay, so tell us a little bit about I guess then if you got in Friday night, like tell us a little bit about what you guys did, what was going on there.
Went to downtown Denver. Did a little nightlife.
How was that?
That was good.
Okay, you like the nightlife out in Denver.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So that was. What else did you do out on the weekend over there?
Saturday I hung out with one of my cousins.
Oh, you did.
Yeah.
You did. Okay, I know who you're talking about. Big O. And how was that? How's
good.
he doing?
We went to Torchy's, bro.
You guys went to Torchy's. Bam! How was Torchy's? Did it live up to expectations?
Yeah, of course, as usual.
Okay, so you guys went to Torchy's. What did you get from Torchy's?
Got the threesome.
The threesome? Is that a taco, I'm guessing?
No, it's like guac, salsa,
and the queso?
Queso.
Woohoo, I love their queso. So I was just about to ask you, did you get their queso? So they have it's called a threesome, and they give you all three.
Yeah.
How are the portions?
Pretty big.
Like so, it's a good size portion.
Yeah, good size.
How much is the threesome? So you can get a threesome for $10?
Yeah.
Damn. Anybody that wants a threesome, go to Denver. $10. That's not bad.
Yeah.
And how's their guac though? I don't think I've had their guac.
Right. I mean, guac it can vary when you go to places. All my friends in Denver hate Torchy's. Say it sucks. It's trash. Torchy's sucks.
So they don't like Torchy's and they don't go there?
No.
That's disappointing. Whenever I go to Texas, that's a go-to. Like I have to hit up Torchy's. Even in like North Carolina, I went to Torchy's. Okay, so you went to Torchy's. What else did you do on Saturday, or what else?
Went to the gym.
Went to gym, got a workout in.
Yeah.
At the hotel?
No, I called it Elite. I did a cold plunge for the first time.
What the hell is a cold plunge?
It's an ice bath where you see LeBron and all these guys.
So you did one of those. Holy crap! And how was it?
It's crazy. It's very hard.
Holy! How long were you in there for?
5 minutes.
5 minutes?
Yeah.
Holy crap! That's crazy, man. What made you decide to do a cold plunge?
My friend told me to do it.
Really?
Yeah.
And then you guys just did it, and you conquered it. 5 minutes. That's pretty impressive. Okay, so you went to the gym. Any other like activities out in Denver?
Not really. Not on Saturday.
What did you eat other than Torchy's? You had to have gone out and eat some other food.
Went out had some Arab food.
Arab food. Okay.
Them Arabs,
okay. How was that?
That was pretty good.
Okay. Did you guys go and smoke some hookah?
No, I did not.
No. Okay. So no hookah smoking. All right.
No.
All right. So that was that. So then the wedding, I remember you mentioned it was on Sunday.
Sunday, yeah. Everyone was complaining about that. Like,
real quick before we get into that, did you stay in a hotel?
No, I stayed at my friend's place.
Okay, so you stayed at your friend's place. Okay, nice. Okay, so then the wedding was on Sunday. You said everybody was complaining it was on a Sunday?
Yeah, because everyone works the next day,
So nobody can't just let loose and.
Yeah.
What time was it on Sunday?
5 p.m.
5 p.m. Okay, so not too late. Did you have breakfast on Sunday? Did you go out anywhere on Sunday to get breakfast?
That's a good question. We just ate at my friend's place.
Okay, so something pretty simple.
Yeah, simple.
So tell us about the wedding then. So did you find out, was it because they saved some money and that's why they have it on Sunday, or what was the deal?
I didn't find out, but that's most likely. I mean,
Makes
you're going to
sense.
get it cheaper.
Okay. So tell us a little bit about how was the wedding? Where was the wedding at, first of all?
Thornton, Colorado.
Thornton.
Yeah.
So was it at like a banquet hall, a hotel?
No, it was at just a regular venue.
What do you mean what's a regular venue? Like a restaurant?
It wasn't a hotel. It was like separate.
Just like a hall, just some kind of hall.
Yeah, a nice hall.
Okay. So the wedding was at a hall. How did the wedding go?
It was good.
Any fireworks?
No, not really.
Nobody from each side of the family started running in to veto the wedding or anything like that. So it was pretty smooth, just pretty chill, no issues.
It was chill, no issues.
Okay, how many people showed up?
About 240.
240? Woohoo! Damn! So you have to provide food for 240 people? Yeah. Damn! So what was the like the theme? Was it set up nice? The whole
was set up pretty nice.
What was the gift situation there? Cash only?
Cash only.
Cash only.
No box gifts is a nice way of saying cash only.
So that's the new thing. People just want cash.
Yeah, I mean, so you can hedge it. You pay off some of your wedding. You get.
Got it. Yeah. To get recoup some of the cost of this wedding. And so what's the big thing nowadays, like on the wedding scene? Are people like, what are they doing with their money? Are they just recouping the cost of the wedding? Are they investing the money? Are they using it on a honeymoon? Are they using it to furnish their new place and their life together, if they're starting a life together that they weren't previously already starting? I mean, I don't know what the situation is, but what's the game plan right now? Do you know?
I don't know what it is. I mean, shout out to my boy Amir. He's in Jamaica right now. He's on his honeymoon.
Honeymoon in Jamaica. Ooh. Kingston, Jamaica?
I don't know, but shout out to Amir. Congrats, bro. Hope you and Sarah are having a good time.
Okay. Congratulations, Amir and Sarah.
Yeah.
Congrats, guys. Hope you guys are having. How long? Do you know how long they're going out to Jamaica?
I think a week or a little bit more than a week.
And do you know, are they going anywhere else or just
no,
Jamaica?
Just Jamaica.
Jamaica looks fire.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind checking out Jamaica. I haven't been, but okay. So the wedding went smooth.
Yeah.
What kind of food did they have?
Like regular American food, salmon, roast beef, chicken, salad.
Buffet style or
buffet
plate?
Style.
Did you eat a lot?
I didn't eat a lot.
What do you mean? How many? At least 2 plates.
Yeah, 2 plates.
Okay, at least 2. You gotta have 2 servings. Okay, what kind of sides did they have? Everybody knows I'm a big foodie, clearly, so I want to get.
They had salads.
Okay, so that's
biscuits.
Okay.
I forgot what else they had. That's pretty much it. A couple salads and.
Okay, and then they got a lot of the protein in there.
The protein. I want my protein.
Okay, overall the food was good.
Yeah, food was good.
What kind of dessert they have?
Cupcakes and cake.
Woohoo! Cupcakes and cake.
Yeah.
What kind of cake?
It was chocolate and vanilla, both.
Chocolate and like combination cake.
Yeah.
And it was good.
Yeah.
Nice. Did they have? I'm always a fan whenever I go attend weddings and events. They have the tea and the coffee station. Did they have that?
Yeah.
Okay, I love that part of it. And then, okay, so they had a full buffet style. Did they have, here's a very important question. Game-changing question, can make or break a wedding. Did they have 2 buffet setups or 1?
2.
They had 2, so on both sides. Yeah. Clutch. Because that could be a problem. You got 250 people, and people are hungry. You got one setup. That's very important, right? Like that can just start causing havoc. People start jumping over people. Elbows are being thrown. They start calling tables and nobody's listening, and it just becomes a big congregation around the buffet.
But they were really good at that. They were releasing tables one by one, and people were cooperating.
So people were cooperating. It was a pretty mild crowd. People were following directions. Were there servers serving the food on the buffet, or you just serving
only
yourself?
The roast beef they were serving?
Got it.
Beef is a little expensive.
Limit the premium items. You know what I mean? Okay, so tell me a little bit more about the actual wedding. Did they have like a slideshow? Did they have speeches?
No slideshow. A couple speeches.
Okay, so no slideshow.
No slideshow.
Any other events going on, like any dance programs, anything like that?
The dance floor was going.
The dance floor is going, but they did have speakers. How many speakers?
About like 5.
Woo-hoo! I have to say, and I always say this, whenever I go to a wedding, obviously everybody's looking forward to eating because you're there, you're probably, you're dressing up, you want to eat well. But my favorite part, by far, is the speeches that are given at weddings. Because you got either family, friends, siblings, relatives giving speeches on both sides. And sometimes people say some wild crap that they don't understand, the context and, be able to filter out what should be said or whatnot. Some people, everybody, I get you're there, you have to pump up the bride and groom. You're not going to say anything too negative. But sometimes you hear some stories and it's like, dude, stop it. Like, especially like if you know the person really well and then you got a friend or a sibling like pumping this guy up, like, oh, they're the nicest person, or, you can always count on them and all this, and you're sitting there in the back just laughing.
I hate the nice stuff. I like the roasting.
The roasting is good. But it's got to be to a level, bro. Yeah. You can't completely just roast somebody on their special day, and embarrass them and stuff. But I agree. Like, you don't want to just hear someone go up there and just start giving all these compliments, and half of them are just exaggerated or just straight out lies.
The one thing I will say about weddings, and I really hate this, okay? Everyone says, oh, they're perfect. They're meant for each other. They're just meant for each other.
It's like, just stop it, right? Yeah, that comment always comes. They go, first time I met so-and-so, or I was introduced to so-and-so, I knew they were meant to be and all this. It's like, dude, just get out of here. Stop.
So I want your thoughts on this.
Okay,
so
go ahead.
I know the groom side.
Yeah.
So the groom's brother, he comes up to me, he's like, look, I'm preparing my speech right now. He's like, I'm going to talk about random facts of Colorado. The divorce rate in Colorado is... That's what he was going to start his speech out with. Because, you got to be funny. I was like, he's like, should I do it? I was like, I'm not going to tell you what to do or not to do.
But did he do it?
No, he didn't.
Okay, got it.
His uncle's like, you're not going to do this.
Yeah, it's probably not a good way to start off a speech at a wedding. But
he was going to say, oops, did I read the wrong thing?
Got it, yeah. Okay, but if you're creative enough, charismatic enough you could fill it in and, bring it back, then it's okay. It's not a big deal. But you gotta, some people can take offense to that.
Yeah, for sure.
But I love the speeches. I gotta admit, I just there's nothing better than the speeches. But did you eat anything else while you? I mean, the wedding sound like it was a hit. Yeah. Worked out. What airline did you fly on?
Southwest.
Okay, thank you. So I was hoping you weren't gonna say, I know you learned your guys' lesson on the Spirit flights.
Never again.
But Southwest is always round. Was it nonstop?
Yeah.
Okay, nice.
No, not stopping anywhere.
Not nonstop. Did you eat any ice cream out anywhere? Did you go anywhere?
Frozen custard, Andes. If you go to, founded in Missouri. If you go to anywhere in the Midwest, North Carolina, Arizona, all these places, look it up. Andes frozen custard.
Andes frozen custard, and that was solid.
Yeah, I go there every time.
Okay, Andes. I think you actually mentioned this last time. But other than that, so you guys were there, good trip.
Yeah, good trip.
No issues, nothing like that.
Nothing like that.
Okay, how was the weather out in Denver, Colorado?
It was cold, but not like freezing cold, like 60 degrees.
That's not bad. Okay, overall good trip.
Yeah, good
You're
trip.
ready to be back. Did anything go down at the wedding, Big Ree? I'm just asking for the viewers because I'm sure they want to know. Like Ace, hey, like push the guy a little bit. Anything go down? Did you meet anybody?
No, I met some of my friends there.
So you met some of your friends.
Yeah.
Okay, so you met some people there.
Yeah.
But did you come? Is there any potential out of the wedding that you potentially might come back and? So there is potential.
Maybe.
Interesting. Okay. All right. So potentially something came out of the wedding.
Okay. Yeah.
Were you introduced and you were just like, hey? Because I remember you saying your buddy was like, dude, Big Ree, you're coming out to the wedding. Because technically, you're good friends with the brother of the groom, right?
Yeah.
And so you're better friends with the brother, correct? Or both of them?
I'm good friends with both of them, but the brother more.
So I'm sure he said like, hey, Big Ree, you're coming out to, Denver. We're gonna make sure to, introduce you. I remember that was the words. I just want to see like whatever he was introduced. Was it just kind of you weren't interested or?
No, he didn't introduce me to anyone.
Okay, got it. All right, okay, fair enough. But overall, the trip was good.
Yeah, the trip was good. We're running a little late on time.
It's all good. It's all good. We got all day long, boys. You're not getting out of this, Big Ree. Do you got any other trips planned?
No, nothing for the rest of the year. I'm done. That's it.
You're done. That's it. You got what? We still got about 82 days left in the year. You got nothing going on?
Nothing. Nada.
You just want to chill out.
Yeah, I'm
ride the holidays. Okay. Fair enough. Okay, so let's get into that leads us directly into the question of the day. You're traveling. And so my first question is, now that you've been doing a lot of traveling lately, do you prefer hotels or Airbnbs?
If I'm in the U.S., hotels. If I'm outside of the U.S., Airbnb.
Why is that?
I feel you get the vibe. When I travel overseas, I want to get the vibe of living somewhere.
Okay, so you don't like the hotel game overseas.
Yeah, and it's okay. It's all right. We stayed at hotels in Thailand, so, and the cheapest one we stayed at was the most vibe you get of Thailand. You remember that one?
Which one, in Chiang Mai?
Chiang Mai, yeah. The other ones were nice as heck.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, Bangkok, our hotels were super nice. Phuket, they were really nice.
Yeah.
And then Chiang Mai was, but it was nice. But
because Airbnb, you can have problems too. Like,
a lot of problems,
I remember you telling me something like, "Oh, did people you went to an Airbnb, and there were people there
in Charleston, South Carolina, checking into Airbnb, and there's people in there."
Yeah, exactly. Like, just say that happens at a hotel, they'll give you another room.
That probably won't happen at a hotel.
It probably won't. But just hypothetically, if it does, like someone's in your room, like, "Oh, sorry, we gave you." Here's the other room.
Yeah, man, I think hotels you can't go wrong with. Airbnbs, just depending on where you're at, it could be a good situation.
Yeah,
I think
it could be.
I just take it. It just depends. I'm open to both.
And you're dealing with people, not hotels, so.
Which could be good experience or bad. And then what about taxis versus Ubers?
Uber.
Absolutely, Uber all the time.
Because it's just on the app. You know exactly where you're going. You know how much you're paying too.
That's true.
And you don't need taxis do accept card now, obviously, but it's still, you don't know what's going to happen to your card or anything.
That's true. On that note, like a story, when we were in Vegas last time in Vegas, we jumped in a taxi and we were going back to the hotel and the meter wasn't on. They're supposed to turn on the meter and the meter just said $25 for a 4-minute ride. And I'm like, what the hell is this? I told her, I told the lady, I was like, what's going on with the meter? And then she was like, oh yeah, this is the charge, $25. I said, what are you talking about? This is a $8 ride. What do you mean $25? She's like, no, it's 25. I was like, no, it's not. I told her straight up, it's not a $25 ride. Don't pull this. You know what you're pulling. We ain't no tourist here in Vegas. Don't pull this. Then she quickly, that's against the law. You can't even do that in Vegas.
Okay.
Yeah, it's against the law. If you need to know the law, they can get super in trouble for that. She's like, oh no, it'll reset once we get there. You'll see. So basically, these guys, it's a scam that goes on in Vegas. They have some system where they can click a switch and they'll switch. The meter's running in the back.
Yeah.
And most tourists or locals, they're not gonna tourists. They're not going to know difference, and they're just going to pay you the $25.
100% they will, yeah.
But if the people that know, if they complain about it, they'll just hit the switch, and then once they stop and they put in park, it'll switch to the screen. They'll show 9.
So how much was it?
It was like $8.50. But look at that. They're getting paid triple.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So they only have to do one ride to get for the and get paid out for 3 rides. It's a hack. So anybody that goes to Vegas, and you go to Vegas and the taxi just puts a freaking a flat fee on there when you're in Vegas. I'm not talking about going from the airport to the hotel or the hotel to the airport, anywhere else in Vegas. You better tell them, hey, don't put the meter on or I'm going to report you. And they'll quickly change up their tune.
That's why it's just better for Uber too. And you can just tip on the app and give them a review or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm good with either way. I think if you're in a big city, sometimes you just like Vegas or New York or Chicago, you just want to jump in a taxi quickly and go where you're going, and you're not, it's fine. So I'm good either way. I've traveled international, domestic. I do both.
Yeah.
So I just comment below if you prefer a hotel or an Airbnb, and if there's any particular reason why. And then also comment. I just want to know. Just comment on the same thing: hotel and taxi, or hotel and Uber. Just want to get a feel for what people are doing more so nowadays. All right. Normally we have a shout out, and now we're changing this segment, Big Ree, to a comment. So basically every week we're going to take a few comments and we're going to talk about the comments, and we're going to respond to comments. If there's any particular questions you guys have, we'll respond. If you want to just say anything. So now that's going to be the new segment that we're putting in place. We'll see how that goes. And so the first comment we have goes to Manny Karas 3926. Manny Karas, this is his comment. I appreciate both Big Ree and Ace, but you guys have really been slipping up lately, not doing your homework. First of all, 2 weeks ago, I told Ace that Miami, Florida was indeed 5-0, and he was refuting it in the DGF video segment, saying ESPN, CBS, etc. were all wrong. But they were right, and so was I. And I even brought it to Ace's attention in the comment section, but yet Ace didn't even address this issue or even bother responding back to me. Why? A little shout out would have been nice and appropriate. Go back and look at the video for reference. Secondly, So secondly, Quinn Ewers had absolutely nothing to do with Texas line jumping to -17 last week in the Red River Shootout. Ewers had actually played the week before. It was because the Sooners were without the top 4 or 5 wide receivers. That is why there was a drastic line movement in the game. All right, time to respond to Manny Carras. Indeed, I did first refute that they were 5-0. I said they were 4-0. And then, but if you did pay attention, Manny, later on in the video, we acknowledged that no, Miami is 5-0. But we're going to give you a W there, Manny. You're right. Miami was 5-0, so shout out to Manny. Secondly, you said Quinn Ewers had absolutely nothing to do with the line jumping to -17 last week. He actually played the week before. Fact check for Manny. On October 12th, when they played Oklahoma, Quinn Ewers played in that game. He didn't play the week before. He didn't play the week before that. The last game he played was on September 14th, about a month before, against UTSA, and that's the game he got injured. So he didn't play against UL Monroe, and he didn't play against Mississippi State. So you were wrong there. He did not play the week before, and you were wrong that the line did jump big time because Quinn Ewers played instead of Arch Manning. That's the reason why the line jumped. Having your top 4 or 5 receivers out, yeah, that impacts it, but that's not why the line jumped. That was already factored into the -14.5. But, we appreciate you supporting the channel, Manny, and so shout out from Big Ree and Ace. All right, our second comment of the day goes to @MO3YOOO. So Mo3Yo, he commented, I'm starting to think y'all are some Colorado haters. Now, last week I was with y'all against Kansas State, but I watched Arizona a few weeks back when y'all threw them out there as a lock, and I have to say they are dumpster. And Colorado is proving that I like y'all. I've been with y'all for 3 years, but stop hating. Okay, so let me comment now. First of all, I'm not a Colorado hater. In our last video, I actually said, hey, Colorado played really well against Kansas State, and they're looking actually really good, and Deion's doing a really good job. I want to give Primetime his props. He's doing really well in their second year. They're looking good. They obviously coming off a blowout win versus, Arizona. And so first of all, shout out to Primetime. I've been giving Shador his props all year. I said this guy's going to be a top 5 pick in the NFL draft. The guy's legit. And so shout out to Primetime, and I hope he sticks with Colorado and they continue to build that program over the next 5 years. And then secondly, on that Arizona-Colorado pick, that was Big Ree's pick. But if you go back to last week's video, go back to our college football week 8, go to the 11-minute mark and 11 seconds. And I go on a rant on Arizona. I say Arizona is not the same team. They have a different coach. Noah Fafita is playing like crap. I said Arizona sucks. I said never pick Arizona for the rest of the year unless you're going against them. I would have never picked Arizona. That was not my pick. Big Ree picked that. I don't know why he didn't listen to me, but go back and watch the video. I go on a 30-second rant on why Arizona has no business. Nobody should ever pick Arizona. And so just to clarify, I am not a Colorado hater. And are you a Colorado hater? You want to say anything?
Absolutely, I am.
Why is that?
I don't like all this attention they get.
Why?
It's just BS.
Why, though? Why is it BS?
I don't like that the media is just covering them. Why not give some attention to Iowa State that's playing great, or BYU?
That's fair. These schools are not getting the same type of coverage as Colorado. Absolutely, very good point. And so that's right. They're getting more coverage maybe than is deserved. Okay, so I'll give you that, Big Ree. But on a sole standpoint of like Colorado going from dumpster fire before Deion came in, this team was complete crap, irrelevant. Nobody was ever talking about Colorado, to then everybody's talking to Colorado in year 1. And now year 2, they're playing well. And they got 2 guys that are in the top 10 projected NFL draft. I mean,
yeah,
pretty legit.
Travis Hunter is great. I'll give it to him. No doubt.
Okay, but what about Shedeur?
Shedeur, he's good, but I don't know how I think he'll be good in the NFL. I just don't know how good. He'll be good. It all depends where he goes. It depends where you go, where you get drafted to. Sorry. But he'll be a great quarterback.
I agree. Where you get drafted to makes a big difference. But look, I just want to make it clear. I'm a primetime fan. If you guys can look, in our background, when we shoot, we have primetime in our videos. So he's in our background, and so no hating there. But thanks for tuning in. If you want your comment to be discussed or responded to, comment below, and we're gonna pick a few comments every week. And other than that, Big Ree, you ready to get into the picks?
I think everyone's ready.
All right. Without further ado, here we go, boys and girls. Aquí vamos, chicos y chicas. Let's go. All right, game 1. We got SMU at Duke. SMU is a 12-point favorite. SMU 6-1, coming off a 40-10 win versus Stanford. They're on a 4-game winning streak. Their only loss on the season is an 18-15 loss to undefeated BYU. And they've actually played well, and the defense has played well. They only gave, that bad game, they gave up 42 points to TCU. But other than that, the defense is playing well. Their offense is averaging 43 points per game. QB, the QB 60%, 1,300 yards, 9 TDs, and only 2 interceptions, and also 2 rushing touchdowns on the season for SMU. Running back Brashard Smith, this guy is playing solid with a 6.9 yards per carry, 7 touchdowns, 628 rushing yards. Then we got Duke, who is also 6-1, Big Ree, coming off a 23-16 win versus Florida State. They got outgained 291-180 in this game, but Florida State had 4 turnovers. Look, they have a weak schedule. Only one team that they played had a winning record, and that's UConn, 4-3. Look, this is an average team, and they have 2 wins versus Florida State and UNC, which are traditional bigger names. And I think people think, they might be a pretty good team at 6-1. Look, don't get fooled, boys and girls. This is going to be another Vegas special here. Vegas is asking everybody to take Duke at 6-1 at home. I'm not getting fooled. I'm taking SMU -12. All right, game 2. We got Kansas at Kansas State. Kansas State is a 10-point favorite. Kansas 2-5, coming off a 42-14 win versus Houston. Snapped a 5-game losing streak. Look, this is a good team with a good offense, averaging 33 points per game, led by senior quarterback Jaylon Daniels and senior running back Devin Neal, averaging 5.9 yards per carry, back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons for him. And we got Kansas State, who's 6-1. They're coming off a 45-18 win versus West Virginia. They're on a 3-game winning streak. They only lost 38-9 to BYU. That's the only loss on the season for Kansas State. Running back DJ Giddens, the guy is the real deal. 843 yards on the season, 6.6 yards per carry. But here's my thoughts here. Look, Kansas State gave up 27 points to Tulane, 38 to BYU, and 28 to Colorado. Kansas has had a tough schedule. They played a 6-1 UNLV team, the 6-1 Illinois team, 5-2 Arizona State team, 4-3 TCU team. So they've had a tough schedule. Kansas State has dominated Kansas every single year for like the last 7 years. Just blowing these guys out. This is one of the biggest Vegas specials of the season. Don't get fooled, boys and girls. Everybody is going to be on Kansas State. Everybody. I'm taking Kansas +10. All right, game 3. We got Notre Dame at Navy. Notre Dame is a 13-point favorite. Notre Dame 6-1, coming off a 31-13 win versus Georgia Tech. They're on a 4-game winning streak. They're only lost 16-14 to Northern Illinois. Look, high-powered offense here, averaging 45 points over the last 5 games. And they're only giving up 11 points per game. They're led by quarterback Riley Leonard. This guy's a dual-threat quarterback, which Notre Dame usually doesn't have, and he's playing well. Navy, they are undefeated at 6-0, coming off a 51-17 win versus Charlotte. They actually got outgained by Charlotte 363 to 288, but Charlotte had 5 turnovers in that game, Big Reed. 5 turnovers. Quarterback Blake Harvat playing well, 64% completion, 10 passing touchdowns, only 1 interception. He's got 621 rushing yards and 10 touchdowns on the ground, Big Ree. So he's playing really well. But here's a stat that I want you to pay attention to. They are 10, the teams that they have played are 10, a combined 10-25 other than Memphis. So the teams that they're playing are not good. The only good win was versus Memphis, and they actually got outplayed, but Memphis has a horrible defense. Notre Dame has only given up over 16 points once in 7 games, and that was 24 to Louisville. Look, I really like Notre Dame. I think they win 38-17, maybe 38-20. And this is my lock of the week, boys and girls. I'm taking Notre Dame minus 13. All right, Big Ree, let's go.
The first game I got is Southern Miss at James Madison. The current spread is James Madison minus 24. Southern Miss 1-6, coming off a 44-28 loss to Arkansas State. James Madison coming off a 28-14 loss to Georgia Southern. QB Alonzo Barnett did not play great. He only had 186 yards and 1 touchdown. Southern Miss gives up a lot of points, as you can see from last week. They gave up 44 to Arkansas State. James Madison is going to blow them out, blow the waters. They're going to win probably by 30. So I'm going to take James Madison minus 24.
All right.
The next game I got is Boise State at UNLV. Boise State 5-1, coming off a 28-7 win versus Hawaii. UNLV 6-1, coming off a 33-25 win versus Oregon State. Everyone and their mom is going to bet Boise State here. And this is literally the Vegas special. And the spread's 3, so I'd recommend buying that half point just so you have the field goal.
It's actually up to 3.5 already.
Oh, okay, is it?
So it's already 3.5.
There you go. Take it at 3.5. We're going to take UNLV plus 3.5. Lock of the week. The last game I got is one of Ace's games, so obviously I'm going to take the over-under here. It's Notre Dame and Navy. As Ace mentioned, Notre Dame only gives up 11 points a game, and Navy runs the ball a lot. So we're going to roll with the under 53.5.
Okay. All right, boys and girls, should be a juicy weekend. Let's get that cash, and we'll see you guys next week.